Hey there guys, if you have ever been interested in making some of your own parrot toys, in this video I'm going to show you how to do two variations of a pretty simple parrot toy. This is going to take you less than a minute, and that's going to be coming up in this video. Hey there guys, this is Jack over at High Red Bird, where I am tirelessly working to find ways to make exotic animal keeping more exciting, more affordable, and ultimately more enjoyable. Now in this video I'm going to show you guys how to make two variations of a very simple parrot toy. One thing I do want to point out, because this is using plastic straws that could be chewed up, possibly ingested, you want to make sure you observe your bird with these toys, as you should do with any toy. Obviously, as a bird owner, you're going to be the one that's most familiar with your bird's tendencies. By observing your pet as they interact with these things, you're going to be the best way of making sure that the things you give your bird are safe. But let's go ahead and figure out how to make these toys right now. Alright guys, so the supplies you see in front of you is all it's going to take to make these really simple toys. So first and foremost, we've got some plastic drinking straws. I've got the multicolored ones. You could use single colored ones if you wanted. I just found these on sale. I will point out that I am not using the flexible ones. There's not a bend anywhere along the length of the straw. It's just a solid tube of plastic. That's going to make it a little bit easier for when we do the more advanced version of this toy. But of course, if you wanted to use the bendable ones, that's fine too. You're going to need a couple of cable ties. You're going to need some quick links. Now, if you have any toys that you bought that are shreddable, that the toy itself has been destroyed, but these are still good, you want to hold on to these because you can definitely use them in making toys like this. Essentially, if you've been keeping parrots for any length of time at all, you're going to hold on to these like Parrot's gold. So you definitely want to make sure you have a couple of these. And then if you want to do the advanced version of the toy, which don't be intimidated by the name, it's not advanced at all, you're also going to need a basic pencil sharpener. Let me go ahead and get these things out of the way. So the first and easiest way to do the toy, you just need a bundle of straws. You want to make sure you have a good handful. It's going to look better the more straws you have in this toy. So I'm going to say that's a good amount right there. Now all you want to do is you want to set them down. You want to take a cable tie. This is an important part that if you forget it will drive you insane later on. But just go ahead and put that cable tie right in the middle there. It doesn't have to be directly on top. You just want it to be somewhere in the bundle to make it easier to hang this toy up. So after you're done with that, go ahead and grab your bundle up again. You see that cable tie is still pretty much at the top. You're going to just work another one around it. Now this is why I say that if you have more straws, it's going to look a little bit better because it's going to be a lot fuller and it's going to fan out a lot more. So I will usually start till about there, just enough that it holds the straws in place, but it's not super tight. I can still adjust it if needed. I want to try to get it pretty center, and once I'm happy with the placement, making sure that cable tie is facing the right way to close, I'm going to go ahead and grab the one holding it together and just pull it all nice and tight. And you end up with something like this. Now what you can do is take this one cable tie that you had undone and just go ahead, close that off. That's going to give you a nice little loop that you can go ahead and work a quick link onto. You can hang that up really easily. Now you could trim those ends to the cable ties if you wanted to, or you could leave them intact. Now, if you want to do the advanced version of the toy, you're going to need this pencil sharpener. So all we're going to do is we're going to take a straw, just going to slowly start to work it through there, just like you're sharpening a pencil. And what it's going to do, it's going to create a coil instead of a basic straw. And as you can see, it goes pretty easily, but it takes a little bit more time than I like to commit to a toy like this. So what you can do is go ahead and get it started. Once you have a little bit worked through, just like that, you can go ahead and grab the end you've worked through. You don't want to break it, but just sort of pull it through, and it will spiral all on its own. Now it does take a little bit of practice to get the right angle if you're going to pull them through that way. If you pull too much, You can make them too thin, and then they're prone to breaking. If you make them too thick, they're going to get to a point where it won't be pulled through the pencil sharpener anymore. But you can just go ahead and you can make a few of those, and then you can do the exact same thing. So I have a bundle of these that are all coiled up. Again, I'm going to take this cable tie, just make sure it's somewhere in the bundle. Now these are a little flimsier, so you have to be a little more careful with them when you're handling them. Work this one cable tie around. Now you'll notice on this one, some of them are not quite centered, and it's really not that big a deal. As long as you get a good bite on each of the straws, it'll hold together well. Same as before, get it to a decent tightness. Just make sure that everything is about where you want it. You can kind of shift them. And then go ahead, pull that one tight, and you end up with something just like that. Now again, take the second cable tie. You want to go ahead, close that. That's going to give you just a good place to secure your quick link. And there we have another one. And this one right here, because of all the coils, has a lot more pull. Alright guys, so as you can see, these toys are pretty simple to make. You can sit down and definitely make more than a few so that you have them ready-made for your birds whenever you want to give them a new one of these. Again, I can't stress the importance of monitoring your bird whenever you give them a new toy. You definitely want to make sure they're not eating any small pieces of plastic or anything like that. But these are a great toy for a lot of small birds. If you're giving them to one of your small birds, why don't you go ahead and comment in the comment section down below. Let everyone know what kind of bird you're giving it to and how they enjoyed it. So I do want to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys have the best day ever.